Hey guys, so a lot of you have been asking me to rank all of the Disney live action remakes now that we have gotten Mulan as the latest, I don't want to say latest and greatest, but as the latest Disney live action remake. So I am going to do that for you guys. This was actually really super hard to do because there's a fair amount of these that I'm really not a fan of. And then there's a fair amount of these that I am a fan of. So it was really hard to put them in a specific order, but I did it for you guys. And here we go. Here's how I rank, personally, my opinions, the Disney's live action remakes. Hey, Tessa from Mama's Geeky here. Thank you so much for stopping by my YouTube channel. All right, guys, now before I get into it, I think it would be super fun if you comment down below with your list, and then we can compare notes, and you can compare notes as you watch this video. So I'll give you a second to do that. Okay, that's more than enough time if it's really not, but you could have paused this or, just start typing as I go. So I looked all over the place, and apparently the general consensus is that there are 16 Disney live action remakes. I didn't even know this. There was a lot I had to really sit and think about and go, man, did I even watch that? And then I had to watch clips of it again to really remember, oh, yeah. I did see that movie. I remember it now. So this is my rankings. Here we go. First of all, number 16, worst one. Sorry, guys. It's got to be Dumbo. I don't know why I didn't like this. I feel like they took the plot that I love so much and just doubled it. Like the time was even doubled. And they added all this extra stuff, and I just wasn't, I wasn't that big a fan of it, which is funny because you'll hear me later say that I'm not a fan of the shot-for-shot remakes. I like when they add extra stuff. So for some reason with Dumbo, it just didn't work for me, unfortunately. So that's my number 16 is Dumbo. Number 15 is 102 Dalmatians. I was not a fan of and really honestly, so number 14 is 101 Dalmatians. These two I was not a fan of. I'm looking forward to Cruella in the future with Emma Stone. Maybe should we ever actually truly get it. But I don't know. And I like Glenn Close. I do. But just something about those just didn't, I don't know. She wasn't a good Cruella to me. And that just kind of wah, wah, wah. So that's 14 and 15. 101 Dalmatians and 102 Dalmatians. Number 13, you guys, and it really pains me to say this, but it's Alice Through the Looking Glass. There were parts of this movie that I really enjoyed. I love me some Johnny Depp no matter what he's in, and I absolutely adored this adaptation of Alice. The character Mia was I can never say her name, Wazowski. I just always call her Mike Wachowski. I think that's funny, but that's obviously not her name. But you know what I mean. So I do like her. I do. And Alice Through the Looking Glass was okay. It wasn't bad. I don't know. It was mediocre for me. And that's really the point where I am on this list because, as you guys know, I am a Disney fan. A huge Disney fan. I'm a Disney Vacation Club member. I love Disney. I love Disney movies. I always have since I was a little girl. There's always been something special about Disney, and it holds a place in my heart. So this is where I get to the point where it gets really hard and muddled for me because I do genuinely enjoy most of these movies. That one just falls at 13 on my list. Number 12 is The Lion King. Again, it was the shot-for-shot remake thing for The Lion King for me that really pushed it down. There were no changes. The talking animals weren't great. The CGI wasn't great there. I mean, I liked some of the funny parts. I like when they brought in, the Be Our Guest thing. They had, reference to Beauty and the Beast, of course. I think Timon and Pumbaa absolutely stole the show. But if it wasn't for them, it would probably even be lower on my list, if I'm being perfectly honest. Number 11 is Alice in Wonderland. Again, I really love the new Alice in Wonderlands. Or I enjoyed them. I shouldn't say love, because I don't love them. I enjoy them, but I really, really, really love the original Alice in Wonderland. And I think because I love it so much, it's really hard to separate the two for me as much as I want to. But I adore Johnny Depp. I think he's perfect in the role of the Mad Hatter. So that's why this got a little bit better than The Lion King for me. So Alice in Wonderland is number 11. Number 10 is Maleficent. I really enjoyed the remake of Maleficent. Again, with the first one, I thought it was good. I obviously, as you can tell by this list, enjoyed the second one better. So that's going to go a little bit higher on my list. I thought that was a little better, a little less origin story-ish. Not even origin story, but, we got a better plot. But Still really liked it. Still liked Maleficent. I love Elle Fanning. I love Angelina Jolie. So Maleficent, right at number 10. Number 9 is Pete's Dragon. Now, I went back and forth with this one because the first time I watched it, I fell asleep. I'm not going to lie. I totally fell asleep. However, I was on a Disney cruise. I was exhausted. And I think I went to the showing that started at like 11:30 at night or 12, something like that. And I had a couple of glasses of wine at dinner. So I can't even count that. And then when I sat down and actually watched Pete's Dragon, and I watched it with my kids, and I think seeing it through my kids' eyes really made it this spot on my list, made it number 9, because it was such a fun movie, and I love Pete's Dragon, and it was so much fun. It was fun and enjoyable. Number 8 is Beauty and the Beast. I thought it was great. I love Hermione. I will always call her Hermione. That's her name. She's nothing else. She's not Emma. She's Hermione. If you guys know how I feel about Legion, you know how I feel about Dan Stevens. I was actually kind of blown away when I learned that he played the Beast in this. I think he was great. I think he was good. I loved the beauty of this one. And Belle was always my favorite princess when I was a young girl because I always had my nose in a book. So this holds a special place in my heart. I thought it was a good remake. And mostly I thought it was gorgeous, and like I loved how Cogsworth and Lemire looked, and I thought it was very, very pretty, and there were several moments that gave me chills and made me tear up, so that's why this sits at number 8 on my list. Number 7 is Lady and the Tramp. Now, Lady and the Tramp came straight to Disney Plus, and I think it was pretty underrated. In all honesty, it was really good. The characters are all great, like the actors, the casting was great. It added a little bit of a different element to it, and I loved the actual real dogs in it, and I thought they looked like they were actually like interacting with each other and acting, It was good. I thought it was great. It was one of my favorites. I did get to interview the cast and see the movie on a big screen, so that might have a little bit to do with it. Yvette Nicole Brown is amazing, by the way. I adore her, but she was great in this, and so maybe I'm a little biased. I'm not gonna lie. That's maybe why it ends up at number 7 for me. And number 6 is Maleficent, Mistress of Evil. Again, maybe a little biased. I did go to the world premiere out in LA back before the world went crazy, and I had an absolute blast. I think the movie was so much fun. I love how dark it was. You guys know I love dark and gritty, and I was a big fan of the dark and gritty and the war and all that stuff at the end there. Again, also we have Elle Fanning and Angelina Jolie. You can't go wrong. I absolutely love them. And this one also brought in Michelle Pfeiffer, who absolutely killed it and crushed it. And I think her character is what raised this up a couple of numbers for me, in all honesty. So that is where Maleficent, Mistress of Evil falls at number 6. Number 5 is The Jungle Book. This is kind of a shot-for-shot remake. King Louis is a little different at the end there. But I love this movie just because I thought it was really cool. I liked seeing the CGI animals, even though their talking wasn't down pat yet. It wasn't great. It wasn't fantastic, but it was still a lot of fun. This is a movie I sat and I watched with my daughters. I went and saw it with them in the theater. It was like a mother-daughter date, so that maybe makes it a little more special in my heart too. But I thought it was a really great, really fun movie, and I love The Jungle Book. I'm a big fan of that story, so that's why that falls at number 5. Number 4 is Cinderella. I really like Cinderella. I had forgotten how much I really enjoyed it until I sat and I watched it again this week just to see where it would fall, because I had not seen it in a very long time, since basically when it first came out. Gosh, this movie is so much fun. It's just gorgeous. You talk about the costuming, just like with Beauty and the Beast. It's absolutely stunning. It's so much fun. It's such a great movie. I watched it with my youngest daughter this week, and she had not seen it before. So, she was like a baby when she first saw it. She definitely didn't remember it at all. So that falls at number 4. Really great, fun, entertaining, good take on Cinderella. I liked it a lot. Number 3 for me, you guys, is Mulan. I know there's mixed feelings on this, and I have to admit, I saw it at the world premiere way back in March. It was, for a long time, the last movie I had seen in a movie theater, and I got to see it on the big screen, so I got to see all those action sequences on the big screen. I have since seen it on the small screen as well. Still find it very enjoyable, but part of why I love this so much might be I feel like I can't unsee those on the big screen. You know what I mean? So I loved that. I loved the change of the story, the different added elements. I liked that they went more dark with this one and more mature, I guess. It was a more mature Mulan. That was hard to say. Say that 5 times fast. It's very hard. So Mulan falls at number 3 for me. Number 2 is Christopher Robin because I am obsessed with Winnie the Pooh. I love Winnie the Pooh. I had a Winnie the Pooh bedroom set from like 13 to like through college. Like I love Winnie the Pooh. I have a ton of Winnie the Pooh stuffed animals. So of course I loved that movie, and I loved when he called him a silly old bear and they looked at each other and I can't. The movie is so great. It makes me cry every single time I watch it, and I've watched it like at least 20 times. So if you haven't seen Christopher Robin yet, you should, especially if you're a fan of Winnie the Pooh. It's adorable. It's a lot of fun, and it's super heartwarming. And number 1 is Aladdin. I am just as surprised as you guys are. Huge fan of Robin Williams. Thought there's no way Will Smith is amazing, but there's no way he can fill these shoes. But I feel like he doesn't try to. You know, he does something different, but still sort of the same, but different. And I absolutely loved him as the genie. I loved the addition of Jasmine's handmaiden into the story. We get that whole thing. We get a thing with her and Genie, and so it gives another twist to it. The only thing I really didn't like about it was Jafar. I didn't think he was evil enough, and I thought he was too young. But still, this becomes my number 1. It's one of my favorite animated movies, and I actually really liked its transition into live action. And I hope we get more in the future. So that's my ranking, you guys. Let me know yours down below in the comments and we can discuss. Tell me I'm wrong, tell me I'm crazy, or tell me I'm right and you agree with me. Either way, I want to know what you think. Be sure to give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. Hit that notification bell. You don't want to miss out on more videos like this one. And of course, as always, you can follow me over on Instagram and Twitter. I'm at Mama's Geeky over there. MAMASGEEKY. Thanks for taking the time to watch this, guys. See you next time.